In this lesson, we're going to discuss service documents. Service documents are a critical aspect of any cloud service provider engagement, as they set the parameters for the service level agreement between the provider and the customer. There are two key service documents used in the cloud industry: a statement of work, or SOW, and a service level agreement, or SLA. A statement of work is a document that outlines the scope, objectives, deliverables, and timeline for specific projects or services. It serves as a contract between a customer and the service provider and specifies the work that will be done, how will it be done, and who will be responsible for delivering the results. For example, Dion Training might use a scope of work when engaging in cloud service providers to deploy a new learning management system. The scope of work will outline the scope of the project, including the specific objectives to be achieved, the deliverables that will be provided by the service provider, and the timeline for completion. The scope of work would also define the roles and responsibilities of both Dion Training and the cloud service provider, as well as any specific requirements or constraints that must be met. A service level agreement, or SLA, is a document that defines the level of service that a customer can expect from the service provider. The service level agreement outlines the service standards, availability, and performance target that the provider must meet. It also outlines the customer's rights and responsibilities and the consequences if the provider does not meet the agreed upon standards. For example, Dion Training may use a service level agreement when engaging in cloud service providers to host their learning management system. The service level agreement will outline the availability of the system, the response time for their support requests, and any performance targets related to the system. The SLA will also specify the compensation that Dion Training will receive if the provider does not meet the agreed upon standards. This compensation could be in the form of service level credits or refunds. Some service level agreement metrics are based on availability, latency, response time, uptime, data durability, security, or compliance. For example, an SLA might state that the service provider must respond to our service request within 8 hours. Or we might have a metric focused on latency, such as the amount of time it takes for a request to be processed, and a response return should be under, just say, 20 milliseconds or something like that. So remember, SOWs and SLAs are critical service level documents used in cloud service provider engagements. They serve as a way to define the scope of the project, set service target standards, and ensure that both the customer and the provider understand their respective rights and responsibilities. When engaging a cloud service provider, your organization should carefully review and understand these documents to ensure that their needs are met and that they receive the level of service that they expect.